Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Medicate with Movement. I hope that you're finding the different playlists useful, and I hope you check this playlist often, as I'm always adding new videos to each of those playlists and creating some new ones from time to time. Today I want to talk to you about breath and how does breath affect your health and function. So my clients joke with me all the time, oh, I know you want breath, and you're watching my breath, or you want breath to precede movement, and breath is movement, and I know my breath needs to be full and deep, and you want me to pay attention to my breath, right? So they go on, and they'll kind of roast me a little bit from time to time about breath, but it's pretty serious, and I'll probably start a playlist after today, about breath, talking about its importance and why I'm, fixated on breath. So let's first talk about longevity. Your pulmonary function, the measurement that appears is a great indicator of your general health, the vigor of your health. It's a literal measure of your living capacity. If you go to the hospital for anything, right, you have a respiratory therapist that meets you with that little thing where you have to make the ball go up and down, right, that piece. And everybody gets assigned one of those. So, it's a measure of your living capacity. It gives them valuable information. If you practice breathing techniques in yoga, we call those pranayama techniques. You have better respiratory efficiency, stronger respiratory muscles. They're, also more flexible. It also helps you have an efficient blood and oxygen exchange. So we want a balance between the amount of blood ready to absorb oxygen and the amount of oxygen supplied by breathing. And this can be achieved by deep breathing and alternating the body position in relation to ground or gravity to help facilitate that breathing. So, I'm always thinking in yoga therapy about the relationship of the organ to gravity, and some of those vayus, which you could go back and watch my Panchavayu model series to see what I'm talking about there in more detail. But, I'm thinking about those things when I'm co-creating a plan with a client on breathing, on asana practices. Even the position for Shavasana. It's also, we're looking at organ function and stress management, which I just kind of alluded to a little bit, right? I'm always wondering what's happening there. So let's just break that down a little bit. Every time that you inhale, you're stimulating your sympathetic nervous system, so that fight or flight. And it's just slightly, right? And every time you exhale, you are slightly stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system. That's that rest and digest. So yoga helps these systems work in harmony to regulate your individual organ function to help you stay towards that homeostasis. Restful sleep, right? We want restful sleep. When we have interruptions in our breathing during sleep, we can experience poor sleep quality, insomnia, sleep disorders, can help if we make some lifestyle changes, if we work on our sleep hygiene, for example, implementing some yoga practices as part of that sleep hygiene, you can sleep better because it calms those systems, it cools the body, it strengthens the respiratory musculature around there as well. Energy release, let's talk about that. The body must produce sufficient energy to sustain life. And so that affects the amount of energy that's produced. So if we think about it as fuel and oxygen, the science of pranayama is teaching us how to manage that energy exchange of fuel and oxygen. Our brain function, our brain needs a lot of oxygen to function. And a practice to increase your breath capacity ensures proper brain oxygenation. This will help you maintain your mental sharpness, your ability to make decisions, and create a very strong memory. So again, we have about 6 different things here that I'm just mentioning in this video about how your brain affects your health and function. And so I think that's a good part to start to think of and appreciate why we have pranayama in yoga. Thank you so much for supporting my life's passion and for being on this journey with me. I'm forever grateful.